we are still at JFK, and
So are our cars, but they are behind a door that says customs.
they're not coming out anytime soon either. So, sights of New York await, not the cars. There's something about the city, right? Doesn't matter how many times you come here, you still sort of. Are still stuck in customs. We got to New York yesterday and we're going to make our way into the city again, and we're going to take a bus. So, bit of a switch for us, Dhruv?
Yeah, we're really missing GLA at the moment. So it's still an adventure even though we don't have the GLA. We're sitting by the side of the street. This is what we are resorting to now that we don't have cars.
How the mighty have fallen.
How the mighty have fallen.
We finally have good news. The cars are out of customs, and that means that very soon we can go and collect them. And that's the best news that we've been waiting for, because you know what? I mean, there are worse places to be stuck in. Being stuck in New York City for a few extra days is not a bad thing. We're at the cargo terminal now to pick up the cars. And it's really high time we got them. Excuse me. The keys would be with the cars. They're not here, right?
No, they're gonna give you the car. Let me see if we got the keys, alright?
Okay. Yellow line.
That's Siddharth Lakshman Rekha. If he crosses that yellow line, we don't get the GL and the GLAs.
Does that make me Ram or Lakshman?
Sita, doesn't it?
It gets worse.
Having finally located our cars at customs, we were expecting to see them spick and span. Well, it wasn't to be.
You can see a lot of sand down here still. But otherwise the car looks fine.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally been able to get the cars released from customs and driven them out of the cargo area of Turkish Airlines at JFK. We are at absolute fuel reserve, so luckily there's a gas station 1.7 miles away from where we are right now, and we have our fingers crossed that it has diesel, because we need diesel, of course, and we need to get there in double quick time because we really don't have any gas at all. Which one is diesel out here? The green is diesel? Yes. Everywhere?
Yes, everywhere.
Highway diesel.
Oh, that's the same. Right.
The sand in here. Car is getting a taste of different kind of fuel. It's going first world fuel. But of course here in the US, diesel isn't necessarily the most common fuel type. So I'm glad we've got it really quickly after coming out of the cargo terminal, because the GL definitely needed it. And the GLA, well, it could definitely do with a top up as well.
The cars now had their tanks full, but we desperately needed some rest. So we decided to head back to our hotel and get a good night's sleep.
Finally, the cars are here. They look like they could really use a good wash. I think all the sands of Africa are still on them, in them. So we're taking them back across to, well, close to JFK anyway, where they came out from last night for a nice wash and a good service.
So back in the city center, we ended up at the Mercedes-Benz showroom. On seeing our right-hand drive Mercs, the staff were amused, to say the least.
This is wild. This is so cool. And the GL's the same thing? Is it opposite drive?
Yeah.
Is it really? And that was a diesel?
That's diesel as well.
Wow.
That's the 350.
Check this out. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Hey, John, check this out. That's my Primo manager. They're from India. They're driving around the world. Opposite drive GL and a diesel GLA. This is John. This is my Primo
Hi.
manager.
Hey guys.
Same.
They're opposite drive.
Hi. Hi. Welcome. They put the steering wheel on the wrong side.
I know, right?
I don't know how they messed that up.
Yeah, they got that wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
supposed to go on this side.
This is customers ready to show.
It's on the opposite side.
Make sure you stop in some place across country. I hear, like, you know, I've driven across country myself, and I didn't make it all the way across, but you know, I spent 2 months out on the road, and you know, I stopped in a lot of different places, and you know, experienced a lot of different things, and you know, I hear about people that are driving across country, and they're like, "Oh, I made it to California in 3 days," and I'm like,
No,
"Oh, that's
we're
so
not.
sad," you know,
We're
because you
doing
miss
2
so
weeks.
much.
Yeah, I know.
You guys just came off the boat, huh?
Yeah. Came off the flight, yeah.
Off the flight.
They flew him from Casablanca to Istanbul.
Wow.
So we took them off we drove them out of the cargo area.
And then what, you're going towards, you're going west now. You're going to California.
Take me with you.
Yeah, man, me too.
Jump in.
Jump in.
I'll go on the carrier. I don't care.
Yeah, cheese. All right.
We're now heading to the service center, which is the 50-bay workshop in Flushing Meadows, which is pretty big.
Finally at the service center.
Oh, it's right side drive. Yeah.
While the car's getting serviced, we're going to make a little excursion out into the Bronx, where we get to meet a very special person. Noel something?
Yeah, well, all I know is in the list of cars, he's got a 1966 Mustang Shelby GT 350.
The hunger pain, spark in my brain, maintain, set aflame. Peace.
Gorgeous. Oh, look at that. What a color.
Those rims are pretty big too.
Look at my socks. So this one's for me. And given what Dhruv's wearing, that one's for him.
I think I'll stick to the red one on the that's
really-
parked inside.
Really pink, yeah. Noel,
How are you?
Sid, that's Dhruv.
Hey,
How are you?
nice meeting you.
Good to meet you. This is quite a place you have. And tell us about it and the background. How did you get started out? And tell us about the place.
Oh, well, I started selling cars in 1988, and it started out just simply as just trying to make a living and just trying to pay a few bills. And I started to dabble in the collector cars because I had a partner, he had an interest in it, and I started to buy them myself. And since I've got involved in them, I just never could tear myself away from them at all.
So are you surprised by how crazy the values have become in the recent past?
I have. A collector car is one investment that you can put your finances into, and while your finances are not only growing, but you can also have fun with the car at the same time.
Yeah.
What are people mostly looking for?
People like a lot of the muscle cars. A lot of the muscle cars from the 60s and the 70s, they seem to be very, very exciting, you know. This particular one, this little Shelby GT 350 here, this one has an original engine, so it's the original motor that's in there, but this motor has been spruced up a little bit to give a little bit of a more appealing look to it. You want to take a look and see what it looks like? Okay. Let me.
Look at it.
So that's what, the 289?
That's a 289 in there. That's a hypo engine, and so that has the best horsepower output for the 1960s. You want to hear it fire up?
Yes,
Oh, that'd
please.
be great, yeah.
I thought you'd never ask. That is nice.
So you can see from hearing it, this is not a car that's sickly. It's very healthy.
You think we can take it out on the road?
I was hoping you were going to ask that. I'd really like you to feel this puppy and see how she really rolls down the road. I like to see your expression when you're driving this car.
Good stuff. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Might sound weird, you know.
Is that best you could do?